Hi fine friends, welcome back to my channel and to today's video, which will be a short real-time coloring video, 15 minutes with Amberly, maybe a couple minutes longer, and it just sounds nice. And yeah, today I want to color in this book here. This was, I ordered it from Amazon Japan. It's called Romantic Gothic. Yeah, there was basically a lovely person who watches my videos and who was interested in this book, and she asked me about the paper quality, how it feels basically. So I thought I wanted to test this out today. This book is in a smaller square format, so it's a little bit of a smaller book, maybe 22 centimeters by 22 centimeters. And here's the page that I thought I would try out. I thought I would just color this little character, and I think we should get started because I have only a few minutes to tackle this page. This paper here, or this, these pages are perforated. I put some paper behind. It's beautifully detailed anime style images, and I want to test out a few different mediums. I'm going to start with a base layer of Faber-Castell Pit Artist Pen, light skin, just for her skin. But I will also test out only pencils on this paper because the person who has asked for it, we have some shadows here, but we have to live with it, I guess. Because is there any way to what I can do? I don't know. So paper I have. Yeah, the person who had asked me basically is mainly a pencil colorist, and I have to apologize. I'm a little bit ill, so if my voice sounds funny, that's the reason why. But I'm getting better, and yeah. So the person who had asked for it is a pencil colorist, and so I wanted to test out basically pencils in this book here, but I thought it would be fun also to test out just a few different mediums here. I mean, why not? Those pit pens, they are not bleeding through. This paper here, or this book, is single-sided, so you could use alcohol markers, of course, but I don't know, always when I have such a very beautiful book, I tend to not use basically alcohol markers because it would destroy a little bit the overall look. Just need a little moment to decide how to get started. So, okay, so let's continue. So I'm not quite sure if I would want to give a little nose because those chibi characters, usually they don't have any nose. And yeah, I'm using my polychromos today, and I have to be honest, I haven't used them for a while for skin coloring. When I started coloring, basically I had used it actually a lot for skin, but nowadays not so much. So I'm working in very light layer at the moment. Just want to place where I would want to have a little bit shadow, just to test it out a little bit for the moment. I have to say this paper feels very soft, which I think is nice. I think I will go in with a little bit of a darker color. It feels very soft and nice so far, which I do like. It is not as smooth as marker paper, so I think that it does have just a little bit of tooth basically, which should be very good for pencil coloring. As it doesn't have too much structure, so because usually we don't want to have a most of us, we like to have a smooth look, and therefore a smooth paper is good. But when the paper is too smooth, it's better for markers, yeah, because then there is no grip for the pencils, and then you can't layer. And especially with a layering pencil like polychromos, it's better when, yeah, there is a little bit of tooth at least. So, okay, I think I won't do too much here because it's such a small face, but it looks very cute. I think I will go in with a darker color. Next darker color. On the other hand, to color smooth skin, it's not so easy as well. I'm very much used to Prismacolors for skin. These are my go-to nowadays. But I wanted to actually get used to my polychromos again a little bit more, because yeah, the Prismacolors are so hard to get here. They are so expensive, and actually, yeah. But especially it's hard to get them here in a single stock, basically. They're all sold out at the moment. And who knows how they will get back or not. You know. Yeah, I think it looks cute actually. So I can't do too much shading here because yeah, it's so small. Okay, I will blend this color a little. I will tell you the colors that I have used in a moment, just in case anyone wants to know. But first I need to figure them out myself, so. Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to have like, yeah, like so. I think that should work here much better. Oh yeah, that looks actually quite cute. Where's my eraser? Let's test out the eraser. I don't want to spend too much time with the face actually, so that we can test out Pablo's as well. And but you know that I like to take my time with yeah, with the face. And but I'm going in with my lightest color, the light flesh it was called in the past. Nowadays they have renamed some of those polychromos, so, and it's something with beige, reddish beige or something, but I don't really know because I don't have it. And so it looks kind of cute, I think. And I think I will go in maybe with my ivory even. And I will use my, what is this, sienna brown as my darkest color. Could be a little bit sharper for such a small image, and then I will quickly work on something else, like a dress, for example, to test out some Pablos. So, what is your favorite pencil brand to use on skin? Let me know. I mean, yeah, I guess the answer might be Prismacolor, because for skin it is just a little bit easier. But on those smaller faces, basically, the polychromos work very well as well. And I have to say, when I started with coloring, I have used my polychromos a lot for pencil coloring. That's also the reason why these are so small, right? Okay. Yeah, looks cute, I think. Okay, I think I've worked enough on the face here. Okay, I think, yeah, it looks cute. And did I like it? I think so. Yeah, the paper's a little bit. Ooh, wow, I have an imprint from this this is very soft paper, I have to say. Very, very soft. So, and yeah, let me quickly maybe tell you the colors. I've used the light flash, I've used the medium flash, a little bit of ivory. I really need a new ivory pencil here. I can't remember. I think I've used the cinnamon, and this is sienna brown or burnt sienna. Actually, the writing is no longer there, so hard to read. I need a new one of this as well. And now I want to go in a little bit with the Pablo pencils. I have 3 colors here for her dress. And the first one is just the turquoise blue. I have, what is this then? Gentian blue and night blue. And yeah, I just get started to color without a base now this time. I really do like those Pablo pencils here because they do blend quite well. They are very pigmented, and I find it's a little bit quicker to work with them compared with the polychromos, because the polychromos, I think, really we have to layer them, and yeah, best when we do light layers, I think. And the Pablos, they do layer as well, but they also blend very easily and nicely. So I'm going in with my middle color here on the side, and I'm barely pressing, and you can see how pigmented they are. It's beautiful. They blend easily together. It's very nice. They work. Is this a hole in that dress? What is it? Or I will just color over it for the moment and then decide later what it is. I can still bring it out with acrylic paint markers if I need to do it, so no problem at all. Yeah, those Pablos are beautiful on this paper, I think. I also want to test out the polychromos a little bit more as well. Because, you know, without a base, how they perform then. Going in now with my darkest shade of Pablo Blue, the Night Blue. Oops, just went over a little bit there. You know, on those tinier objects, I usually go much closer to the image with my face, and but obviously today I'm filming, so I cannot do that. I wonder how long I'm in. I also would like to test out some acrylic paint pens, but those do work always very nicely, of course. So, and I thought maybe I would like to test out some Albrecht-Dürers, just maybe here a little bit of a shine of those candle lights or so. So now I'm just trying to smooth it out all a little bit, blend it together nicely, make the colors more vibrant. Okay. Okay. Okay, cute. I think I will just quickly color in the rest of her dress so that we can see her maybe finished today, even though the video shouldn't be too long. There's one thing that I will do though. I will give her this part a base layer with a Pitt pen again. This is just a very light blue. I'm applying it basically like I would do with a alcohol marker, trying to barely touch the paper. And I will do a little base for the underskirt. With a gray color maybe. Okay. Okay, good. Oh, and by the way, her eyes, I can't zoom in any anymore because... Okay, give me a minute. I will finish up her dress, I think. Finish up the skin. Start the hair maybe. And then we do a little bit more together, and I try to bring you down a little bit. Okay, that sounds like a plan. Okay, now let's just finish her off quickly. I want to try out the the Albrecht-Dürer here as well a little bit. So let's just quickly color in her eyes, and then I tell you what I thought about these. I'm just using the same blue pencils that I've used for her dress basically here. I have to say I'm not used to color in those extremely small details or characters. Find it a little bit difficult for me because layering is actually not really possible, and I have to admit that I didn't enjoy the polychromos as much, but this is just my personal feeling, because I found them a little bit scratchy. Now I do have to say that I do use the Prismacolors mostly. So, and Prismacolors are extremely smooth and blendable. I do like to use my my polychromos as well, but on this paper I really just found them scratchy somewhat and difficult to layer, difficult to blend. And so yeah, for me personally, I think, or I would say like a mixture, like a combination of Pablos and polychromos might work maybe. I, however, enjoyed the Pablos much more on this paper here. They feel much softer and more pigmented, and yeah, I just really enjoyed them so much better. So let's color in her eyelashes. Okay, and give her a little bit of a highlight. It's just with a Posca, like so. Okay, a little bit on the nose, and now, yeah, let's just try out the Albrecht Dürer for a moment and see how water reacts to this paper here. Will also help me to give just a little bit of a glow around the candles. The Albrecht Dürer feel quite nicely on this paper in like dry. You know that you could also use your Albrecht Dürer just dry, so without activating them. So then, you know, the Albrecht Dürer feel a little bit softer than the polychromos. Okay. Not too bad. Okay, now let's try. I feel sorry that I couldn't zoom you in a bit more. So I'm using this Kuretake Zig Detailer brush. What I do like about this is that the water release is actually quite nice. Okay. Yeah, I think that's not too bad. We will have a look if it bleeds through in a moment. Okay, so that's that was my little test out. I will zoom you out a little bit. So no bleed through. I do feel the impression here because, yeah. Oh my gosh, what's this? The Albrecht Dürer did work quite nicely. The paper even feels still intact, and it feels actually better than where I have used the pencil, to be honest. Where I've used the pencil, it feels really rough now. Where I've used the Albrecht Dürer, it feels really good. So maybe it would be a good idea to use Albrecht Dürer as a base and then use the Albrecht Dürer in a dry way for shading. So that could be a possibility, I think. Other than that, I enjoyed the Pablos in here. Those were also quite soft and easy blendable, quite pigmented. Yeah, the Pit Pens did work as a base as well. I enjoyed to color her skin with the polychromos actually quite a bit, but I think this is thanks to the Pit Pen base that I did. Yeah. So here she is. This is how this looks now. Yeah. Let me know what you think about it. You think it looks okay? However, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it a little bit, and I hope I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone!